If you've got twins on the way or two little ones very close in age, it can feel impossible to find the right side-by-side double stroller. You want something that will fit through doorways, that will be easy to fold with two little ones, that can go into your vehicle nice and compact, and makes every day a breeze. We're here today to talk about two of the most recent entrants. We've got the Nuna TRVL dubl over here and the Minu Duo by UPPAbaby over here. And they're both amazing. They're both compact. They both fold easily. But after spending more than 20 years here at Pacifier Kids, finding the right strollers for over thousands of families, I think each of these is great for a different type of family. So let's dive on in. So who are these strollers for? The first thing I want to point out is that neither of these is a big, bulky stroller. They're both relatively compact and can fit through a standard 30-inch doorway. They both have two seats, as you can see, and they're both great for everything from zoo trips to kind of your everyday travels. So both of these are going to be really great options for everyday use, as well as those special occasion Disney trips. Let's talk about first impressions. So immediately what I noticed with the Nuna TRVL dubl is it feels very Nuna. So really premium fabrics, a very refined finish, super polished, a really solid stroller. The UPPAbaby Minu Duo also feels quite polished. However, it feels a little bit more utilitarian, minimalistic, and travel focused. They're both gorgeous strollers. However, the difference comes once you start pushing them. So let's talk about ride quality. This is where I think the Nuna dubl really pulls ahead. As you can see, it has a little bit bigger wheels, and that means you're going to have a smoother push over sidewalks, up over curbs. In Minnesota, we have some winter snow and weather. So with the suspension and the bigger wheels, it just feels a little bit more grounded when you're pushing it. But that does not mean that the UPPAbaby Minu Duo has a bad push. So it does also feel very smooth to push. The stroller overall feels a little bit lighter, whereas the Nuna feels a little bit more planted. So when it comes to ride quality, I would give the Nuna TRVL dubl a slight edge. So next up, the fold and getting your double stroller into your vehicle, potentially with two kiddos in tow. I would give the Nuna TRVL dubl a slight edge for this because it incorporated one of its really unique features, which is the one-hand self-fold. So I'm truly just using one hand, putting it down, lifting it up, and it's good to go into my vehicle. The UPPAbaby Minu Duo also has a super compact fold. It is one-handed, but it is a little bit more manual. So something to consider when you do have two kiddos in tow. So similar, it is right here on the handlebar. I'm pushing it down, and then I'm basically kind of putting it together like that. So what you can see is it's pretty comparable in terms of the size it's going to take in your trunk. I would say the Nuna is a little bit longer. The UPPAbaby is a little bit wider. So both great choices in terms of ease of fold and the space they require in your trunk. I'd give the Nuna a slight edge for its one-hand feature. Next up, if you're a family that travels often, I would give the UPPAbaby Minu Duo a little bit of a lead in that category. So it was truly designed with travel in mind. It is super duper compact. There is also a travel bag you can purchase from UPPAbaby, which is phenomenal. And if you register, offers travel protection should it be damaged. Over here with the Nuna TRVL, you can see it is a little bit bigger. Like I said, it does have those bigger wheels, a little bit bigger when you fold it down. So I think of the Nuna TRVL dubl as more of a everyday stroller. Whereas if you are traveling 3 or 4 times a year or more, this might be a great solution because it is a little bit more compact, easier to navigate through those airports, as well as Disney World. So both of these strollers can be used from birth, and both can accommodate a single car seat. So thinking about what car seat your family already has might influence your decision. With the Nuna, basically you would recline this and one infant seat would fit on just this side. So you can only use it with one Nuna car seat. Similar with the UPPAbaby, you would need to buy adapters that kind of clip in right here, and you could put one car seat that is an UPPAbaby car seat, so a Mesa or an Aria, into one of the sides of the seat. So for both of these, you are not able to use them with two car seats, just one. So that could be something to consider if you're having twins, but otherwise each can accommodate a single car seat and can be used from birth. So currently the Nuna TRVL dubl retails around $900, and the new Duo retails at $750. So there is about a $150 price difference. So the real question for your family is the smoother ride? It's a little bit more luxe fabrics, having the bumper bar included, is that worth an additional $150? In my mind, just because I really love the self-fold feature, the answer for me would be yes. However, if you're a family that is doing more travel, wants a more compact seat, I do think that the UPPAbaby Minu Duo is the better option for those types of families. So who is the Nuna TRVL dubl stroller best for? Really, it comes down to if you're going to be doing a lot of neighborhood walks, a lot of errands, are really going to use it as your everyday stroller. It's also great for the family that already has Nuna products. So if you do have a Nuna infant car seat, this is a great solution to add to your family. Also, if you just really want that smoother ride, the bigger wheels, the more luxe fabric and accessory that comes with it, this could be the best solution for your family. So who is the UPPAbaby Minu Duo the best for then? So this stroller is really great for families that are doing a lot of traveling, prefer a more compact stroller. Maybe you have a smaller trunk size. And a little known fact is you can see both seats are the same size. So if you have kiddos that are going to argue about getting a bigger versus smaller seat, this is a great option that preserves the fairness. Also, if you have a UPPAbaby infant car seat in your household, this is the option to choose because it will be compatible with that. Here's my biggest takeaway. I don't think one stroller is objectively better. I think they're both solving different problems. So the Nuna TRVL dubl, I believe, is a premium stroller with lots of nice finishes that's great as an everyday stroller, but can also be a travel solution if you need it. On the other hand, the UPPAbaby Minu Duo is a great compact travel stroller option that can also be used for everyday use. So depending on what your needs are as a family, they're both fantastic options. If you liked this comparison, give us a thumbs up or subscribe or drop a question or a comment below. If you're local to Minnesota, we'd love to see you in person at any of our 4 locations in the North Loop where we're at today, Woodbury, Wayzata, or Edina, where you and your family can test out these options and push them in person. Either way, thanks for following along, and we'll see you soon.